Hello everyone. So we're here today in quarantine. Today is day 17 or 18. I don't know. I really lost count. I don't even know what day it is anymore, what time it is. I just have no fucking clue. Anyway, I'm doing fine. I'm doing really fine. Okay, so what are we doing today? Today I am making ragù sauce. Ragù alla bolognese is really famous here in Italy, and obviously it's from Bologna, so I'm not making that. This is just my own version of ragù, because there are like a million, like a gazillion versions. That's how I make it, and so far nobody's ever complained. It's time consuming. If you have a slow cooker, then use it. This is a good time to use it. A lot of people, what they do, they just put all the ingredients together in a big pot and cook it. So wrong. So don't do it that way. That's the American version. So it requires time. I'm telling you right now. If you're in a rush, don't make it. Okay. So let me flip the camera around and I will show you what I'm using today. All right. Okay, so here we are. So in here I have ground beef and sausage, which I'm gonna take it out of the skin and break it up. Now for the meat, I like to use, before I start cooking him, I like to mix it up with some spices. So here we have, there's black pepper, there's nutmeg, and cloves. Carrots, onion, and celery, I already chopped them up. Sweet peas, pancetta, tomato sauce, white wine, and bay leaves. So these are all the ingredients. Some of them are optional. We're gonna go through them in a little bit. Okay, so here we have some olive oil. We're gonna start by putting onions, carrots, and celery. And let's start. Okay, so this has been cooking for about 7-8 minutes. So you see how the onion is turned clear. All right, so that's when we want to move to the next step. So the next step will be the pancetta. Now, this is the first ingredient that you can actually omit. Okay, so you don't have to add pancetta to the party. But as I said, this is optional, totally up to you. This has been cooking for a few minutes. Pancetta is not exactly crispy, but I want to say like about halfway cooked, and that's when we want to add the meat. So obviously we cannot skip this part. So the meat, I have already took the sausage out of the skin and I added the spices. That was pepper, black pepper, nutmeg, and what else? Cloves. Now, the spices are totally optional. So if you have them, or if you just have some of them, that's fine. If you don't stress about it. It's okay. Now here's very important. You kind of have to keep smashing the meat as it cooks. So you don't want to have big chunks, okay? Okay, so this has been cooking for a little bit. You wanna make sure the meat is well done. So now it's time to add some white wine. So this is about 1/3 of a cup. Some for me too. We added the wine. The alcohol from the wine has evaporated, so it's pretty dry here. Now we can add the tomato sauce. I'm gonna add some water. And at this point, if you want to add sweet peas, that's the time to add it. So I'm going to add some bay leaves. I really love cloves, so I'm just going to add a couple of pieces of cloves. A little bit of salt. If you have a slow cooker, so this is a good time to transfer everything in a slow cooker and like set it and just forget it. Otherwise, if you don't, we're gonna cover it here. You're gonna put it on a low heat and you're gonna let it simmer for a couple hours. Okay, so the ragù is cooking. It's gonna take at least a couple hours, as I said. In the meanwhile, I was thinking of a few questions that you may have. Since I really don't follow a lot of rules, like I don't measure the ingredients, for instance. But I mean, I can cook. So I wrote down a few questions. And if you have more, please ask. So let's talk about the meat. I used ground beef and sausage. Now, you don't have to use 2 types of meat. You can just use ground beef and that will be just fine. Or you can use 3 types of meat. So you can do ground beef, you can do sausage, you can do veal. You can do ground turkey, you can do ground chicken. I mean, you can be creative. You can use whatever type of meat you have available or you like. The meat, you may wonder, can I use lean meat? Yes, for sure, do it. However, I do recommend to use meat that has a little bit of fat in it because the flavor is better. So let's face it. So this is not a low-calorie dish, okay? We're not doing a diet in here. We're not dieting, so forget about the calories, forget about the diet. This is delicious. So this is not time to be like, oh, I'm gonna use fat-free meat. No, forget it. Put some fat in it because it's gonna taste better. Let's get to the wine. All right, so you don't have to put wine, okay? So if you're concerned because, oh my God, my kids are going to eat the ragù, I can't put wine, then please don't do it. However, just so you know that when you cook wine, the alcohol is going to evaporate. So your kids are not going to get drunk. Nobody's going to get drunk. So you're not going to go to jail, okay? You're not going to jail if you put wine in your food. It's gonna be all right. I've been eating ragù my whole life since I was a little kid, and I never gotten drunk with ragù. So having that said, red or white, doesn't matter. You can put red, you can put white, but what's really important is that the wine needs to be dry. So don't use any sweet wine. If you don't have dry wine and you only have like sweet wine, like like I don't know, like fragolino, for instance. Please don't do it. Don't put sweet wine. Dry if you have to put wine. Otherwise, nothing at all. Can I put beer? No, don't fucking put beer. What else? So sweet or dry, red or white, frozen meat. Yes, if you want to buy the meat that is frozen in the package, go ahead, do it. Just make sure you let it thaw out before you put it in the pot. Sweet peas. So we said sweet peas are totally optional. If you have them, good. If you don't have it, that's good. That's fine. What else? Oh, yes, pancetta. Pancetta, really important. Okay, so let's talk about pancetta. Pancetta, as I said, it's not a necessary ingredient, so you can totally skip that. If you don't have it, or if you don't find it, that's okay. Can you use bacon? Yes, please do. Bacon is fine. Bacon is good. Bacon is just good anywhere. All right. So yes, with bacon. Can I use ham? No. I wouldn't use ham. Can I use turkey? No way. Okay, so pancetta. Where do I find pancetta? Okay, so pancetta, you find it at the deli. So when you go to the grocery store and you are in the deli section, it comes either packaged already, so you know, just like ham, just like turkey, it comes like in these like plastic package, and it's either sliced. Sometimes it's like round slices, and they're really thin, and sometimes it's cubed. So I will go with the sliced one, but if you don't find it, you just find the cubed one, that's fine. I mean, it's better than nothing. Or you can just ask the deli guy, because sometimes they have the whole piece and they're gonna slice it for you. So that's even better. So you can actually choose, you know, the thickness of the slices. Just make sure, if you live in the States and you need to buy pancetta and you have to ask the deli guy to slice you some pancetta, just make sure you ask for pancetta, okay? Pancetta. Because if you say pancetta, chances are they won't understand what the heck you're talking about, okay? Just pancetta. It's just like bruschetta. It's just like biscotti, you know? Pancetta. Pancetta. These are the questions that I kind of thought about. Maybe you have more questions for me, I don't know. You can ask more questions if you want. I can't think of anything else. So, no, actually, you may have another question. I just thought about it. Sauce. Okay, so sauce. We can get really creative here. I used tomato sauce. Can I use tomato paste? Yes, you can. Can I use whole tomatoes? Yes, you sure can. Can I use cubed tomatoes? Yes. Can I use fresh tomatoes? Yes. Can I use tomato puree? Yes. So the answer is yes. Just make sure that if you use the really like thick tomato paste, you want to add some water. So tomatoes, all kinds of tomatoes. Tomatoes good, tomatoes fine, any tomatoes will work. Okay, I thought about another question. So I'm vegan. How can I make ragù? Okay, that's very simple. So if you're vegan, I would definitely not use pancetta, obviously. And I would substitute the meat with any vegan type of meat, like soy meat, for instance. That's really the only one that I know of. But if you know of any other type of vegan, that's my cat right there. Can you see it? Can you see that turd? Anyway. So yeah, the answer is yes. So substitute the ground beef with whatever type of vegan meat you choose, like soy meat, for instance. And no more questions. Thank you for watching. So this is it for now. So I'm gonna have these tomorrow with some homemade pasta noodles. Yummy. Ciao.